Hello everyone, this is the next video on sequence and series, and today I am going to explain ratio test. Now what this ratio test? In this test we will find out the limit of n plus 1th and nth term. So we will find out the ratio of these two, n plus 1th and nth term, and then we find out the limit. Let it be L. So three cases arises. Either this L is strictly less than 1, or it is greater than 1 or infinity, or is equal to 1. Whenever this ratio is strictly less than 1, then this implies that the series AN, this is convergent. When this ratio is strictly greater than 1 or it is infinity, then this implies that the series is divergent. And for L is equal to 1, the test is inconclusive. Means this test fails for the ratio when the ratio is L is equal to 1. So this is our ratio test. Let we are having a series with positive terms. Then we find out the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term, and then find the limit as n approaching to infinity. Let it be L. Three possibilities arises. Either this L is less than 1, greater than 1, or equal to 1. In case this L is strictly less than 1, this implies that your series is convergent. Whenever your L is strictly greater than 1 or infinity, this implies your series is divergent. And for L is equal to 1, the test is inconclusive, means this test fails. So what we are having here, let AN this be a series with positive terms and then we find out the limit of the ratios of n plus 1th and nth term. Let it be L. Then if this ratio is strictly less than 1, this implies the series is convergent. If this ratio is strictly greater than 1 or infinity, this implies that your series is divergent. And if this ratio is exactly 1, then we can't say whether the series is convergent or not. Now just see, what does it mean if the ratio is strictly less than 1? It means your n plus 1th term that is strictly less than nth term. So the sequence is basically decreasing over here, and it is also having the positive terms. So this implies this series is convergent, right? And in case of the ratio greater than 1 or infinity, it means your n plus 1th term is strictly greater than an, means your sequence is increasing and all the terms are positive. It means its nth term is never going to 0 as n goes to infinity. So by nth term divergent test, the series is divergent, right? But when L is equal to 1, then we can't say anything whether our series is convergent or not. Now just see with the help of example. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series 1 by n, right, using this ratio test. Now what is the limit of n plus 1th and nth term as n approaching to infinity? Now just see, it will be 1 over n plus 1, and this is 1 over n. When you find the limit n going to infinity over this, it will be 1. When you take n to be common, it will be cancel out and you get this is 1, right? So this ratio is 1, and we know that by P series test that this series is divergent. However, if we consider the series 1 over n square and then we apply this ratio test, what will happen? The ratio of n plus 1th and nth term, it comes out to be again 1. Again it is 1, right? But by P series test, we know that the series 1 over n square, this is convergent, right? So whenever you have the limit exactly 1, in that case this test is not applicable. We cannot conclude that whether the series is convergent or not. It may be or may not be. You can see with the help of these examples. If you consider the series 1 by n, the ratio is 1 but the series is divergent by P series test. However, if you consider the series 1 over n square and then you apply the ratio test, again the ratio is 1, but by P series test we know that this series is convergent, right? So we can't say anything whether our series is convergent or not. So this is our ratio test. Whenever we have a series with positive term, we can find out the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term, and then we can find out the limit. If this limit is strictly less than 1, our series is convergent. Greater than 1, series is divergent, and equal to 1, test fails. So we have to apply some another test to check the behavior of the series. Now just see with the help of few examples. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series 2 to the power n plus 5 divided by 3 to the power n, where n is varying from 0 to infinity. So this is our series whose behavior is to be found with the help of ratio test. This is our nth term, right? So what will be our n plus 1th term? Just replace n with n plus 1. We will get the n plus 1th term. So this is our n plus 1th term, right? Now by using ratio test, find out the limit of the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term. What will we have? Now just simplify this. You can take 2 to the power n to be common in the numerator and 3 to the power n 2 to the power n in this, and you can simplify this. Now just see, if I take 2 to the power n to be common, you left with 2 plus 5 by 2 to the power n upon 3 to the power n into 3 to the power n plus 1, 3 to the power n upon, you can take 2 to the power n to be common, you left with 1 plus 5 by 2 to the power n. So now just see, this is cancel out, this is cancel out with this, you left with 3. So when you take n tending to infinity, this term is going to 0, this term is going to 0, so the limit is 2 by 3. Now since this is strictly less than 1, so by using ratio test, what is the behavior of the given series? The given series is convergent. So this is convergent by the ratio test. Okay, so once again see, we are given a series with positive terms. We can find out the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term. After simplifying this, we get this limit is strictly less than 1. So by using ratio test, we will have that this series is convergent. Now just see one more example. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series 2n factorial divide by n factorial into n factorial. Your n is varying from 1 to infinity, right? This is our an. So we will apply ratio test since all the terms are positive. So apply ratio test over here. So find n plus 1th term. What is your n plus 1th term? Just replace n with n plus 1. What is your nth term? That is given to you 2n factorial divided by n factorial into n factorial. Now you find the limit to both sides. Now just simplify this. What will you have? This is 2n plus 2 factorial divided by n plus 1 factorial into n plus 1 factorial into n factorial divided by 2n factorial, and take the limit of it. Now just see, from here you can take 2n plus 2 to outside, 2n plus 1 to outside, then you will have 2n factorial, the same n factorial in the denominator. You have n plus 1 into n factorial into 2n factorial. So this is cancel out, this is cancel out. Now you find out the limit. This is cancel out with this, you left with 2. So when you take the limit, you take n to be common. What will you have? You have this into n, this n is cancel out. So this is 4, which is strictly greater than 1. So what is the answer? That by ratio test, What is the behavior of the given series? By ratio test, the given series 2n factorial upon n factorial into n factorial is divergent, as the ratio is strictly greater than 1. This limit is strictly greater than 1. So by ratio test we have this series is divergent. Now just see one more example. Let's suppose you have to check the behavior of this series with the help of ratio test. This series is 4 to the power n factorial divide by 2n factorial, where your n is varying from 1 to infinity. Again, you find out the limit of n plus 1th and nth term. What will you have? You replace n with n plus 1, n plus 1 factorial, n plus 1 factorial, divide by 2n plus 1, so 2n plus 2 factorial into you put the value of an, so we will have this is 2n factorial divided by n factorial and 4 to the power n. This is cancel out, you left with 4. This n factorial, these are cancel out, you left with n plus 1, n plus 1. This 2n factorial is cancel out with this, you left with 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 1. So now you just simplify this, you have this is 4 n plus 1 n plus 1 divide by, you can take 2 to be common from here, and from here you can take n to be common, you will left with this. From here also you can take n to be common, you will have this n will be cancel out, this is cancel out. So when you put n tending to infinity, you will have this is 0, this is 0, so you will have this is 4 by 4, which is 1. Now the test is inconclusive, we can't say the behavior of the series, whether this series is convergent or not. But now just see what is the value of an plus 1 upon an. Here you have it is 4 times n plus 1 divided by 2 times n 2n plus 1. So now just see this is 2n plus 2 divided by 2n plus 1. So now from here our numerator is always greater than denominator, right? So it means this ratio, in this ratio your n plus 1th term is always greater than an, because your this term is always greater than 2n plus 1. So this implies that your n plus 1th term is greater than nth term, and all these terms are positive also. Since our sequence is increasing, so this implies that the limit of nth term is not 0, right? The limit of the nth term, that is not approaching to 0. Every time our term is increasing, right? Our an term, an plus 1 is always greater than an, right? So therefore all the terms are greater than or equal to the first term a1, which is, if you substitute the value of n to be 1, what will you have? This is 4 into 1 factorial divided by 2 factorial, so which is 2. Now since your this term is always greater than this, so it means all these terms are greater than 2, so your nth term is never 0. So this implies that the given series 4 to the power n into n factorial divided by 2n factorial, this is divergent by using the nth term divergent test, right? So whenever this limit is 1, we have to apply some another test, we have to check further whether our series is convergent or not. Now just see one more example. Example 4. Let's suppose we have to check the behavior of the series n square e to the power minus n, and your n is varying from 1 to infinity. Again, your n plus 1th term will be n plus 1 whole square e to the power minus n plus 1. Your nth term is already given, this is n square e to the power minus n. Now you find out the limit of it. So this is by ratio test. Now just see, in first you can take n to be common. You will have this into, you can simplify this, you can take e to the power minus n plus 1 to be in the denominator. So after simplifying this, you will have, this is 1 by e, where e is greater than 1, so 1 by e will be strictly less than 1. So by using ratio test, what will we have? We have the given series, which is n square e to the power minus n. This is convergent. Why this is convergent? Because the limit of the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term is strictly less than 1. Whenever this limit is strictly less than 1, by ratio test the given series is convergent. So in this way we can apply the ratio test. Whenever we have the positive term series, we just take the ratio of n plus 1th and nth term. If it is less than 1, the given series is convergent. If it is strictly greater than 1, then the given series is divergent. And for equals to 1, this test fails. So in that case we have to apply some another test.